So for this part of the video, I have just created some more categories to match my sample questions later on. So these are all fictitious, right? But I created, let's say that my assumption is I have my topics or my chapter: intro, basic, input devices, output devices, and then for each topic I have also created categories to organize the type of questions for each topic. So I have essay, matching type, true or false, short answer, multiple choice, and it doesn't really matter if you have another true or false under another chapter. So it's just a matter of organizing. So I'm going to discuss with you how to create questions, and but first I'm going to show you what kind of question I'm about to create. So for this particular activity, let's just assume that your purpose is to create a true or false question, and in this case the answer is true. So the question is: digital camera is an input device used to make or to take photographs. And of course the answer is true to that. So let's say we're going to create that true or false question now. And so we go to questions, and then here notice that you have select a category. So since we're talking about camera, then we'll just assume that that should be under input devices, true or false. And then we're going to, here we have filter by tags, but this is actually optional, and just leave it as default. And then here you have also show questions from subcategories. This is if you have questions from already in the question bank. So in this case here, because this is the first question in the question bank, you can just create a new question and select true or false. So in this case, the question now could the question type or name could be anything. Let's just say we'll save it as digital camera, and you can just actually copy and paste your question. So I only pasted it from your Microsoft Word file if you have already created it before. And then the default mark is 1. This is the number of points for this particular question. Normally we only use 1. And then this one is the general feedback. This is what you want your students to see regardless of the answer of your students. You can leave that blank. And then here, this is the correct answer. So since the correct answer is true to this one, we need to change the default setting from false to true. And this is where you can actually set your feedback. If in case the students will choose true, you can type in something here. If the students will choose false, you can type in something here. So for example, you can say very good. Although we don't normally do this, but if you want, you can do this. And then if the student will answer false, then maybe you can say try again. And then here under multiple tries, this is something that you can set if a student initially answers the wrong picks the wrong answer, then there's going to be a penalty. But otherwise, just leave it as is, or you just use the default setting and then click save changes and continue editing. If you still feel like after saving you still need to make some changes to this, or you can just select save changes, and you have now created your first question in your question bank. So you can add more question. So as you can see here, it's now, this is saved under true or false. In your question bank category under input devices, since you have created this question under true or false, there is now a number 1 enclosed in parentheses. It means that right now your question bank already has one question under the input devices category true or false subcategory. So that's how easy it is to create a true or false question.